What's up, everyone? It's Dave Stone again, and I'm live. Finally, I haven't been live for a while here at Stonehaven, but I wanted to come live here on New Year's Day. I want to let you know that I haven't been slacking. I'm going to readjust the focus. Oh, it's doing all right, I guess. But I haven't been slacking. I have been. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, so I have been doing, and that's Tony, right? Ball for Life, I believe. Anyways, yeah, so I haven't been slacking. I've been doing a lot of work here at Stonehaven. I want to give you guys an update, but it's winter here in Phoenix it's interesting. It's been not that cold, but then on the winter solstice, it was December 21st, we got a freeze. We got a little snap freeze here at my house. Hey, Mary, I missed you too, and thank you so much for the comment. I haven't been able to respond, but I'm excited to be back, and I just really wanted to show you guys how everything's going and what I did to my house. I wrapped it in metal too, so but the winter's been pretty good so far. Like I said, it was winter solstice, December 21st, that we had a little freeze here at my house, and it knocked out a lot of the intensive moringa bed, and it hit a couple moringas. So I'm going to show you guys what's doing okay so far, but it really hasn't been that cold. And actually, after that December 21st, the shortest day of the year, now the days are getting progressively a little bit longer, and it's Hey, what's up, Leland? How you doing? I'm doing great. But so anyways, I'm here in front of the tropicals, which is normally where I usually do my videos, and I'm going to take you guys around right now and show you how everything's doing. So the mangoes have been holding up really, really nice. This is the Carob mango, and check out this castor bean. It really did blow up. It's really beautiful. I think in spring it's really going to get bigger. Look at these cool pods here coming in. It's beautiful, but it's definitely providing quite a bit of shade for this Carob mango already. And in the summertime, I think that's going to get pretty big and bushy and do pretty well. So here's the other mangoes. They're pretty dormant right now. The ones in the front. Pineapple peach is giving a little bit of new growth here, so that's kind of nice. But everything's going slow. I don't expect much growth right now. I did reduce my watering to pretty much nothing, just a little bit during the winter. But I put a lot. Hey, what's up, Dad? How you doing? But yeah, I put a lot of more wood chips down, and I'll show you the thickness of wood chips here in a second. But coconut cream's looking pretty good. All the tropicals up front with a lot of wood chips that I put in last February. It's been a little bit less than a year, 11 months, and they're all doing really, really well. None of them really got hit. The Barbados cherries are really doing great. The front yard is just, it's doing so well. These were the little PKM1 seedling moringas. They've done pretty well so far. So I just can't wait till spring comes. In spring, I'm going to top all the moringas, give them a nice chop so they start branching out. This was the cutting off of Maui, the side of Maui, and it's branching out really nicely. It's that curved cutting, if you remember. I put it in the ground, so I think all this stuff is going to do really, really well here in spring. And my peaches. So this one was the bare root in February. I'm going to flip the camera around and give you guys a little bit better view of this. So this was the little peach tree I got from Diggett Nursery, and it was probably like, that big on top. So it grew a lot. I'm going to get over here so the sun doesn't. But this one was the bare root from Greg Peterson's Urban Farm Nursery. This was just a bare root tree, and it's basically the exact same size as the one that was already a tree. This one grew really, really fast, and it's still green. I mean, it's actually still putting out new growth, kind of. It's just super green. It should be all the leaves should be gone right now. This one's starting to thin out a little bit, but the trunk on this, it really did grow a ton, and it's pretty much a very similar size to this one. So I'm just pretty surprised on these peach trees, especially the bare root. But they're both doing so well. I think I'm gonna get peaches from them next year. Now, check this out. So I don't know if you remember the last update I did, but this was the little, the stump, the little, on episode 99 or 91, when I don't kill the Moringa cutting, or don't kill the Moringa episode. I think it was episode 91. But this is when I pulled the root ball out of the ground and put it in a pot. That was the root ball, and this thing just, it's really tall, way taller than me. Like, this is the 6 feet right about here. I mean, it's easy 12 feet already, and this is just that little root ball. So I can't wait to top this, and it's doing pretty well, but you can see the leaves are still pretty green. Yeah, Mary, right? Isn't that so crazy? Even through the winter, it just kept growing. Moringa in a 2-gallon pot, and it turned yellow. And almost, oh yeah, if the taproot's hitting the bottom, you know, if you have your moringas in pots, they'll only grow so big. Like they'll get a certain size in the pot. They're not gonna die, but they're not gonna get bigger. But when you're gonna really see growth is when you put it in the ground. When you put it in the ground and you chip it and you water it regularly. And I would recommend putting it in the ground in spring if you can, because right after that last frost, that's the best time to plant anything, because I actually had a couple casualties on mangoes in the backyard, which you guys are gonna see on that snap frost also. But figs are doing pretty good. This is the Janus. Tons of fall figs coming in. Winter figs now, I guess. But all down the stalk here. It's loaded. Let me see if I can find a ripe one. I actually already ate a couple today. Should have done it on camera with you guys. Here's one. It's pretty soft. Not quite ripe. This one. Nope, not ripe. I'll do this one here. So let's see how it looks inside. Yeah, it could have used a little more on there, but it's nice and pink. And it's really, really good. So I can't wait till these get a little bit bigger, more mature, because then they'll get a little more sweeter and figs will get a little bit better. But it's really good. This is the tiger panache that I cut all the way down to the, all these died all the way back. But now they're coming back. So this brown turkey, it's coming in with some nice figs here. Getting kind of soft, but they're not ready. You really want to make sure these figs are nice and squishy before you pick them, or else you're wasting a good fig. Nope, not ready. Oh, this one might be ready. Definitely squishy. So let's pick it. See, it definitely could have used a little bit more. But let's see what it looks like inside. Yeah. Yes, that is a really good color. It's pretty good. So in a handful of years, guys, when you stop by Stonehaven, you'll be able to get some figs, because I'll have a bounty of them. Right now I only get a couple, but it's nice to try them. So I'm gonna flip the camera and show you a couple of things. So right over here, this is the red sugarcane cuttings. They're just overtaking. I even trimmed a lot, and I trimmed it down to there, just cut it off probably about 2 weeks ago. Hey, what's up, Jim? Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad to be back too. It's been an interesting 2017, but 2018 is going to be amazing. So this actually just already grew in like a couple weeks, so it's been shooting up. And the giant bamboo is doing well. It's going to take a couple more years for it to get big, but it's nice and green, doing well. The tropic pink guava still got new growth, so loving that one. I finally got a little bit of new growth on the lemon guava here too. Maybe a couple possible fruits back there. See if that'll focus. I like how this new growth looks. And then the Catalina avocado still has some nice young growth on the top. It's doing well. The Aravaipa avocado is just doing so well. Still super green. And I planted all these guys, I believe, in February. The tropic pink guava, yes, I believe I did get it from Lowe's actually. Hey, yeah, Surfio, I've been getting a lot of subscribers each week. It's been it's pretty exciting to see people wanting to hear about moringas and fruit trees. But check out this avocado. The trunk is getting nice and big, and it's green, and it's starting to get some bark on it. So I can't wait for spring and summer to come. I think these are all going to do well. The winter Mexican avocado also doing real well. Okay, so now let's head into the backyard. Got some cool stuff, and then I'll wrap around and I'll end on the rainbow eucalyptus. So you can check that out, and you'll see Maui. So we'll end on Maui and the rainbow eucalyptus. We'll just do a nice little loop so you can see everything. Oh, before I go into the backyard, let me just show you the house. Hey, Amy, what variety of bamboo are you growing? Oh, so I have green stripe. It's the giant green stripe bamboo, and then I have a whole bunch of sugarcane. The regular sugarcane cutting, and then I have red sugarcane cuttings. So, yeah. Hey, thanks, Dad. Yeah, so I put the metal. I wrapped the whole house. Well, not the whole house. I left the east side open because my bananas are over here. But I wrapped this side in metal and the west side in metal, put a little bit of insulation underneath the west side, and I think it looks kind of cool. So let me know what you guys think. Excuse me. So check out my bananas. Do you frost protect any of your plants? So I didn't this year. I knew it was going to be a pretty mild winter, and in fact I kind of wanted to see how the garden was just going to do without any frost protection. So far it's been very, very mild. I mean, we didn't even get close to any 20s, although, like I said, the winter solstice was December 21st, and we did get a snap freeze, and that did kill some of my little seedling moringas, which you're gonna see here in a second. And it took a toll on a couple of small mangoes and other things. So it's always a good idea to cover. I'm just really trying to hardy my plants out over the summers and winters. It's my experiments. I might lose some plants, but hey, thanks, Nikki. So yeah, here's the ice cream banana coming in nice and tall. And I got some pups. I'm gonna flip it around here. So we got a nice little pup coming in here. And then I got another pup over here coming in. And just this trunk on this banana here is, come on. It's great. I love seeing this. So it can happen, guys. I've never grown bananas before. This is my first time. But the key ingredient is this. I don't water right here in the middle. Check it out. This is all palm. Nikki, I'll show you that. So look at that. That's just palm since February. Haven't even really been watering the middle here. So this is the key ingredient, guys, is the wood chips. So this one over here is the ice cream banana, the blue Java, and this is the dwarf Cavendish. And the dwarf Cavendish is doing real well too. Just you can see how close these leaves come out together. Boom, boom, boom. There's not much room in between each leaf. Every new leaf is close. When you look on the ice cream banana, it's much further apart. So you can tell this banana is gonna get much, much taller than that one. And this is supposed to get like 20 feet, so it's probably actually gonna get taller than my roof. So we're gonna find out this year. Okay, so now we're getting to a couple, I'm gonna give you a glimpse of the backyard because you guys haven't seen it in a while. I've been doing a lot of work to the backyard. So Nikki, how cold does it get in my yard? So it probably hit freezing or somewhere near 32. I didn't have my thermometer broke and I didn't actually know what temperature it was in my yard that night. But this is the casualty. I'll get back to the backyard, but these are the casualties here. I'm gonna flip it around again. So this is the intensive Moringa bed that I planted 300 Moringas in. And you can see a whole bunch of them died. I still have some of them that survived. There's some lettuce growing in there too, but probably 40% survived the frost. So it's a good experiment. I'm gonna test planting new seeds in spring and see how fast they grow versus these, but it's always good to plant in spring, really. Fall planting fruit trees is a little bit dangerous. There's some small, you know, it's hard in the summer too, but like in the fall, this little diamond mango that I just got, it was little and the freeze hit it and it was such a cute little tree. I really, anyways, we're gonna see. It's probably gonna die all the way, but we'll see. It really got hit hard. But the bigger ones, and this is one of the reasons that I would recommend if you're gonna plant in fall, get a bigger tree, because the bigger trees didn't really get hit that much. In fact, the 15 gallon is actually shooting out flowers. It didn't get really hit at all. It's got flowers coming out everywhere. So this is the Maha Chinook. This is the one that Tony got me. But when you get a big mango tree, you actually get more resilience. And a lot of wood chips will give you insulation for the roots. So Seacrest mango, doing well too. But the garden doesn't look too impressive right now, guys. I know it doesn't because it's winter, but I can't wait till spring. This is the Namdok Mai that I got. It also was hit. This is a 3 gallon, so both of the 3 gallons got hit in the freeze. So get bigger trees if you're gonna plant in fall. Planting in spring, you can get the small trees because they'll have all spring, summer, and fall to kick in before winter. It's like in the front. None of those little trees, those were all 3 gallons. None of those little trees, they all thrived. So just don't plant a 3 gallon in fall is my thought for you. This is the dead grapefruit tree that I tried to trim and then it just died, and I think my cat's climbing it somewhere. Anyways, that's the passion fruit and the dragon fruit on the bottom are gonna climb this. So they're doing pretty well. All right. These are the Moringa cuttings. I wanted to show you guys these. So this is Maui, the top of Maui when I chopped it down. It's probably 2 feet below that. So we got about maybe 1.5 feet or so of wood chips, and then it's about 1 foot in the ground. But it really took a while to start budding, but it didn't get hit by the freeze. It's doing really, really well. Really nice. Sprouting out a lot of new branches. So I think this one's gonna do very well in coming in spring. And then giant leaf moringa over here. And you can tell this kind of looks like the back of the tree because right now in winter, the sun is coming up that way below the house. So this is like reaching for the sun. So this is like the front of it, just reaching up here. But this is the giant leaf cutting. So when I cut the second branch off, doing really well also. So the freeze doesn't really affect the ones that are a little more rooted. Hey Mary, do you think the moringa tree can be planted close to the house, or will it mess with the foundation? Moringas can totally be planted close to the house if you want to. They won't mess with the foundation of a house, in my opinion, and I think I'll probably get some people that say I'm wrong. But it's a taproot tree, it's a softwood tree. It's gonna go down, it will spiral out, it will kind of grow close to the ground, but as it gets bigger and older, you know, maybe plant a couple feet away from the house if you're worried about it. But people say it can be invasive because it grows so fast and it's hard to kill it. But it's not really invasive because you can kill it if you want to. You can take it out, it'll be gone. But I would say if it's a good place to plant the moringa, go for it. I don't think it's gonna hurt your foundation. It's a soft wooded tree, so that's my opinion. I'll let you know if I plant really, really close to the house, which I might. So my Tangelos, they're giving me Tangelos. And I mulched it super, super heavy. And this one too. They're just struggling. But so many Tangelos, I mean, they're still producing. So it's really, really nice. You're welcome, Mary. They taste great, but I need to give them some TLC next year. I mean, I really don't want to lose them. They're just old trees. I need to bring them back. So we'll see what I can do. Now flip this around to the moringas in the side yard here. These were the native soil moringas with no amendments. The only thing I did to these moringas was added wood chips on the top once I planted them, but they're planted directly in native soil, Arizona native clay. So this one's doing really well. This is the one that got hit. This was actually the strongest growing one, but it was kind of a bummer to come out here and see this. But it's okay. I didn't want to trim it up until I showed it to you guys. But the cool thing is they're just dried moringa leaves, so they're totally edible. I mean, they just froze, so kind of crunchy, but I might need a glass of water after that. It was pretty dry. But anyways, yeah, it froze on December 21st also, so it's been there for a little while. So they're just falling off now. But it's okay. I think it'll still come back in spring. It's a pretty strong tree. But it was also one of the native soils. So I planted that, no amendments, just added the wood chips. Same thing with this one. And this one's a triple stalk. This has 3 stalks growing out of the same trunk. So I could cut them off and just leave one, but it's not 3 trees. It's the same tree. It's just growing out of one trunk. So I'm gonna let it go, see how it does. And then this one, the final one, is the native soil moringa, also doing really well. There's 2 of them in here, but I tried to braid it, see what happens. So, oh, I got to show you the pond. So here's what I put the pathway through the mangoes, and I actually started doing raised pathways here. So I started digging the pond, and all the dirt I'm taking out of the pond, I'm adding into the pathways, so I can actually start designing my backyard before I start really planting. So here's a nice pathway, nice gutter. It's going to be raised pathway everywhere, so I can get a lot of water catchment. But the path comes around here, and I got to make it big enough for wheelbarrows, but that massive wheelbarrow has a much wider stance, so I need to make bigger paths. That's why the single wheel wheelbarrows are really nice. But anyways, here's the pond. I'm about a couple feet deep. I'm just doing the garden work out here. Just pickaxe and a shovel, moving things around with wheelbarrows. I got my little chicken coop now as my garden storage for now. But yeah, the pathways are all getting raised, coming all the way down there. I still have to add more pathways over here. But And then I have a nice little area. Well, I've been cleaning everything out. Hey, thanks, Jim. Awesome, yeah, Brad. That'd be cool. All right, so this one right here is the cutting. This one's a cutting. It's doing really well too. So this is the area that I'm keeping my cardboard boxes as I cleaned out my house. Hey, there's the side of my house, the west side, with the metal. What do you think? So I cleaned out all my boxes on the inside, and all the boxes I'm going to break them down, and I'm going to use them for the Bermuda grass coverage underneath these wood chips. So I have a nice area here. Got 3 loads just recently dumped. They're going to go into the backyard. And hey, thanks, Dad. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm actually not quite done. I still have a couple more things to finish up. There's some trim pieces under here that I have to add in, and then I have to do a few more metal to metal screws, but then I'll be done. So it's coming together. But there's my nice wood chip dump area, and then right here is the giant leaf moringa. It's not really giant leaf right now in the winter, and it's all sprawled out because my cats keep climbing it and hanging on the branches and then dropping off like it's some kind of a amusement park ride. But here, check out this one. She put off so many flowers, and she's got so many pods coming in. Look at this pod. This is the first pod that started forming, and it's really long. It's doing really well, but she's like dripping with pods right now. So it's pretty cool to see this. But this one has pods, and this one doesn't have any pods. So some trees, and both of these were planted at the same time, same size. So I don't know, it looks like might be male and female. I'm not really sure if there is gender difference in moringas, but we're gonna see. I think this will produce pods in the springtime, but we'll see. And then on this fence there's that passion fruit, just keeps climbing. So these ones, I don't think they're PKM ones. I'm actually not sure. We got both of these as seedlings from online. Actually, my mom and her husband got both of these seedlings online and gave them to me to plant. So they were probably like 8 inches tall, maybe 10 inches when we planted them probably May. So they were growing pretty well. And then here's the green thornless jujube. It's going crazy. We got a lot of jujubes on it. They're not ready yet, but you can kind of see them coming in here. See if I can get in there closer. Yeah, so they're really small right now. A couple more there, but I actually have a nice big one up here that's coming in. So that's kind of cool. But there's a whole bunch of them all over, but I can't wait to try these green thornless jujubes, probably in another month or so. And then now we are ending on Maui the Moringa, as I promised. All right, guys, we're ending here on Maui the Moringa, as I promised, and the rainbow eucalyptus. And the sun is right in my face. It's setting right now. My big saguaro behind here. So Maui, by the end of the year, went right back up there. I remember when we chopped Maui down right there, like maybe 4 months ago, probably 3 months ago. I got to look at the dates on all that. But now it's just as tall as it was. It's a little more sparse because it's winter. It's going through the colder season, but it still just shot up. So all these are going to be cuttings for me in spring. I'm going to let them just keep growing, and spring is coming up here really quickly. It's going to be February, so I'm looking at maybe 4 more weeks, just January, maybe 6 weeks, and I'll top all these moringas and replant all the cuttings. And here's the rainbow. All right, so we got the rainbow eucalyptus. I have so many wood chips that it actually takes me a couple steps to get up on them right here. So they're so piled high I just want to show you the volume of these. I'm going a little excessive, but they're pretty high up there. I mean, you really want as many as you can get. Even over here on my peach trees, they're piled pretty high. And over by the carob, you can kind of see all that. So, just when I talk about wood chips, it's like, if you're gonna model someone, model Jake Mace. And Jake Mace has a lot of wood chips. So here is my rainbow, doing pretty well. Still got some nice little new growth. The freeze didn't hit it. Seamus actually said that if you get your rainbow eucalyptus through the first winter, then it'll be good. And you know, looks like I'm doing a good job. You know, so I want to see this hit next spring. I did a little pruning on this. Hey, Amy. You're an inspiration to us all. Jake Mace and Seamus O'Leary need to watch out. Right on. Oh yeah, I need to buy more trees from Seamus, man. I love Seamus's trees. Seamus has probably the best trees that I've bought in a long time. All his are doing so well. But that's my rainbow. This is Seamus's rainbow too. I bought this from Seamus. I had to top the top of it, so it's got these two main branches that are gonna come out. So we're gonna see how it ends up shaping ultimately. But I'm just showing you guys the beginning of what I have going on, because in the next 5 years, it's gonna be really cool to look back at these videos and say, oh my gosh, there's a whole canopy over the yard. Like, I think that's all gonna be canopied. And I think it's gonna be really cool when it is. So one last thing, as I'm gonna end on, is the carob tree, because the carob tree is doing really, really well since I combed it over. Since I brought over the branches from the other side and kind of like hung them down. I kind of trimmed it up a little bit on the bottom, but it filled in the area that was getting hit by the sun. So now it's got leaves there. So it's really gonna start doing well in the summer. But I'm gonna show you all the pods forming. So yeah, see, check, all these are, hey Mary, you have a great 2018 also. I think 2018 is gonna be an excellent year. An excellent year. Oh yeah, that's my new truck. Okay, so this is all right guys, I think it cut out there for a second, sorry about that. But these are the flowers forming the pods. So they're coming in all over the place. It actually is a little bit dark, but maybe you can see them up there. And it's pretty cool to see them all forming. So there it is, guys. That's my New Year's Day Stonehaven update. All the moringas, what went wrong over winter, what went right so far. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing a lot more updates coming up. I'm editing a lot of videos that I've been doing when I've been doing all the work. I'm editing all those videos now, so I will be posting those coming up soon. But I'm gonna try to consistently come live a lot more than I have been over the last couple months into the year. So we're gonna start this year off right. And yeah, if you guys need anything, please comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. And I've had a few people wanting to get behind me financially and ask me how they can kind of support the 1 million moringas that we're going to be planting in the next 5 years, 4.5 years now. So I'm actually putting together a Patreon page, so keep an eye out for that. If you guys want to support me and help me get some of these projects funded, then that's going to be really awesome, and I'm going to be super excited for all the people that want to get behind me and plant more moringas in the world. So anyways, I'm getting that started, but until then, just keep developing awesome skills and have an excellent 2018. I know it's going to be great. It's all uphill. So let's make this a great 2018. I love you guys, and give me a big green thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe to the channel because I got a lot more coming up. So I love you guys. Till next time, develop awesome skills.